Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Range Rover Sport, then I'll take you for riding it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 3 litre SD V6 HSE automatic, 2016 on a 16 plate, has done 56,409 miles. Fuel economy, urban 35.8 miles per gallon, extra urban 44.1 miles per gallon, and combined is 40.4 miles per gallon. Has a 0 to 60 time of 6.8 seconds, a top speed of 130 miles per hour, out of a 6-cylinder, 302 brake horsepower, 24 valve engine. Now it's a bit too wet out there this morning to show you around the car. I don't mind it, but my cameras do. We've got 2 keys for it. I took these away in the cubby hole there. I can fit them in for all my other stuff. There we go. So keys on you, keyless ignition, foot on the brake, press the start button. The car springs to life and it kind of builds itself around you. You've got access height on this, you can knock that off, but when you stop the car goes down a little bit, makes it easier to get out, and the steering wheel goes up so you can get your legs out. Get back in, steering wheel goes down, but it's got electric memory seats, 3-position electric memory seats. I'll just set it because I'm comfortable here, but it's as easy as that. You press the memory button and press whatever 1, 2 or 3 you want it setting at. I've just set the number 1 position, number 2 position, the previous owner. I've not done this before in this car, but it always amazes me. Now I promise you, I honestly hadn't done this before. So that was the driving position of the person before. If you're worried about driving, thinking the car's too big for you, don't. They're specifically built for diminutive people. Well, hopefully the 3rd position is. Right, so the 3rd position is not too bad for me. Still way too high. I'd smashed my head when I got out. But the door mirrors, they'll change as well. They change for each driver, and the steering wheel. Steering wheel is electrically adjustable. I'm going to put the heated seats on because it's pretty cold out there. Right, going around the car, but it is a lovely colour. It's got the cream interior, again, nice colour combination. This is just as it's come in. It needs a clean. When Lance is finished with this, it'll be like new. I can't tell you how coming the weather forecast here today. Let's say again, you know, what other job could you get where you can be wrong every single time? It just said it was cloudy. When I went to bed last night, it said it was cloudy. Today it's cloudy and rain. So it's, you know, imagine going to work and having no pressure whatsoever. Didn't matter what you did, what you said. If it was wrong, no comebacks at all. That's being a weatherman. But if you've got a Range Rover, it doesn't matter. The weather doesn't matter. As I say, coming up here, I came up the other day in a saloon car, and it was not scary, but you just don't feel as safe. Whereas you jump in a Range Rover, one, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. GoPros, honestly. Making GoPros is like being a weatherman. You can release a new product and it doesn't work. No comeback. Anyway, right. So walking around the car, multi-spoke alloys. it's a really nice colour combination, real subtle colour combination. Not in your face, not footballers' wives. It's a proper nice car. I saw one of these the other day, and I forget who made it. It was something like a Fred, or somebody's name anyway. It looked awful. It was horrible. It was. If you had a lot of money and you wanted to buy the most tasteless thing you've ever seen, you'd go and buy one of them. I've said it before, Range Rovers, when it comes out of the factory, that's it. Don't try and improve on it, because it's just perfection. It's the best car on the road, in my opinion. I've been driving a Mercedes. I always drive a Range Rover Sport. I have done for years, and I decided that I'm 65 in a few months, and it's about time I started saving for my retirement. So I decided to get or use a Mercedes-Benz, a C-Class diesel, £30 to tax, good on fuel. The Merc's good on fuel, but I just going home in the traffic, queuing in the traffic, I hate it. I hate being low down. I feel quite vulnerable. Even going to Starbucks, there's a little hedge at Starbucks. I can't see to pull out into the traffic that seems to drive at 50 miles an hour on the actual industrial estate. It's coming up here this morning. I noticed you can see above everything, you can see things that are coming. You've got a very, very commanding driving position. Bumps that, no, I mean, you can see, going over here for instance, if I was in a saloon car, I'd have to slow down there because it would go and rattle your fillings out. The bumps in the road, this just, we're swaying a little bit, but it's ironing them out. I wish I could put it into words how much better I feel when I've got a Range Rover outside. Just on the drive, just knowing that it doesn't matter what happens, who rings, where you've got to go, what time it is, what the weather's like. You just jump in it. You don't have to make any other arrangements. You don't have to think to yourself, "Oh no, I'm going to have to charge my car. I've not got enough charge in it. I'll have to go through water. I'll have to go over a field. What can I do?" You know, I noticed Jeremy Clarkson. He's using an old Range Rover Vogue, 57 plate, I think it is, and it just don't get any better. And he's dragging a massive trailer behind him, or he's going on fields. But it's not just that. It's you know, if you've got a long drive or you're tired, it's like comfort food. It's a comfort Range Rover. It's fantastic. You know, coming around here, you come around there sometimes and there's a big wagon coming the other way, or a tractor or something, or a van, and you know that if you're in this, you're probably going to come off better, or at least not get hurt. The power. But anyway, on the way up here, I'm working out the fuel economy figures that I read out before. I think they're pretty optimistic. Do you know what? I don't care. I don't care how many miles to the gallon it does. So for every, I don't know, say 150 miles, it's costing me another gallon, another £6 to run a Range Rover. I really don't care. I've decided if I run out of money, I'll have to shoot myself. But I can't drive around in a saloon car anymore, a Merc or anything. Hey Siri, play Simply the Best.
Simply the best.
Fantastic. Heated seats, heated front windscreen, great sound system, Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming. Knock the gear stick over like so. You can change gears, just move the command shift forward. It tells you what gear you're in. You can change down like so, or use the paddle shift. Just fantastic. Avoid the big pothole there. Put it back into drive. Here you've got your terrain response, minefield, Christmas, Mexico, swamp. Oh, swamp, minefield, Christmas, Mexico. So that's there. You can change the height, you can improve the clearance underneath. It'll wade through nearly 3 foot of water. Your driving position, like a big armchair. You've got here, you've got your big front central armrest here. If you're a bit narrower than me, you can have another armrest there and adjust it. But here is perfect. Climate control. You can sync between both sides, just onto climate, click sync there, so you're in control. The passenger, if you knocks that off, it's a kind of a dual zone, and then even in the back they can control theirs as well. I think I've never sat in the back, I don't think. So there you go. You can also, now that's quite an important setting. You can turn the auto power down. Sometimes you turn the auto power on and you think, oh, it needs to be up further. Well, you've got 3 settings for that. But again, importantly, all these things can be done without really looking at the control. You know, you can carry on looking ahead, you know what to do. Proper buttons. You've got your sat nav like so. Nice big screen. That's all you need. All you need. Everything built properly. Even the size of it, it's not that bad, it's not that big. You can see all the corners. We've got headlamp wash, high pressure headlamp wash. The headlights are brilliant on a dark night, country lane. You can see miles. Here, the menu, click on the menu, got driving features, trip computer, just put it on trip computer actually, trip A, trip B, go back, click in the end. You can actually knock the stuff like dipping rear view mirrors, I think, and also the auto height when it goes down. I don't know why you wouldn't want that doing. I think it's a good idea. If there is one thing that goes on Range Rovers, it's probably the air pump, and that goes because it's never used, and what we find, nobody's used it, and then the new owner gets it and of course decides to try everything out and keep putting up, and then the air pump goes. So if you have it on auto select, auto height select, it just keeps it moving. It's like anything else. If you don't use it, it stops working. Or in the case of GoPros, even when you do use them, they stop working. It's very, very funny. So let's see, just in the end there, just at where I sit, I can't, if anybody from Range Rover is watching, can you just angle that down a bit further? Because where I sit, my vision is just a little bit obscured for it, but at the moment, that's showing me how I'm driving with green lights. I'll just lean forward. Then we've got the mileage and the date, then the trip, average miles per hour, average fuel consumption. Now that's showing 29.1, which is brilliant. I've not reset that this morning, but it's been ticking over there for an hour while I've been videoing it. So that will have brought it down. But 29.1 out of this car, I'd be happy with. I'd be over the moon with. As I say, I think that probably the figures are a little optimistic, but 30 miles to the gallon, I'd be more than happy with. Instantaneous fuel consumption, that'd be nice, 99 miles per gallon. Range, we've got 100 miles left, and we're back to the green lights showing braking speed and acceleration. Actually, I just put it on hill descent, left it a little bit late, but hill descent there. So hill descent, take me foot off the accelerator, foot off the brake, and it's just allowing me to go down the hill. The car's controlling it. I can increase the speed using the cruise control settings here. If I keep clicking plus, look, we're going faster. But it's the car that's taking me down like that, not my foot on the accelerator or the brake. So that's hill descent. I'll just knock that off. So off we go, hill descent off. Don't want to meet somebody at this bend, but I can see over it. I can't in a saloon car. I can see what's coming over the bend. My perfect two-car garage will be my Citroen Ami for just going backwards and forwards to work, and a Range Rover for when I'm depressed. It's what's a Range Rover like? Putting into words. My favourite place is Sorrento. I so want to live here. It's red hot there, mostly. Well, when I go there it's red hot. I walk up not exactly a mountain, but it's quite high. I walk up to the top. When I first started coming up here, I used to run to the top. I'd be out of breath now if I was on a scooter. And then I walk down a donkey path into the town centre. I do it every day. When I get into the town centre, I'm tired. It's a slog. I'm hot. I walk down Corso Italia, take a left into Chaplin's Bar. When I go in Chaplin's Bar, you know what I drink, and hopefully it's Carmen that serves me, and she pours me a nice cold pint of Guinness, and the first sip of that Guinness is like getting in a Range Rover when you've never driven one before. I'm gonna put a picture of them in fact, I'll put the video of them pouring a pint of Guinness, because it's a work of art. The sun's coming out now. Now I've nearly finished. Great. What does it say? Up here, in inclement weather, there's no better car. Or down there in the sun. I was watching Mission Impossible last night. All in Range Rovers. Doesn't matter where in the world you are, if there's somebody important there, they'll be driving a Range Rover. The sheer power, the torque, just going up a hill, just a tiny adjustment on the accelerator and you're away. No kicking down, no changing down to get power. It just, whatever gear it's in, it just thuds up the hill. What a brilliant car, honestly. I don't care what you say, Range Rover is the best car on the road. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.